What's your name in Nisqually there?
Are you talking to me, sir?
I am.
Oh, my name is Ty Officer Tucker.
Ms. Capone, did you get a chance to speak with Mr. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. I advise him of his rights. I believe he understands them. We're not contesting probable cause for today's purposes and asking for court-appointed counsel going forward.
And what is the state seeking probable cause for?
For one count of assault for and one count of interfering with reporting of domestic violence.
So, Mr. Tucker, I'm finding probable cause for both of those charges identified by the state, most serious of which it carries with the maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. We're going to set conditions of release, and then we're also going to, I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Robbins.
Your Honor, the state recognizes not a substantial criminal or warrant history in Washington State. Requests a PR release with no criminal law violations, no firearms or deadly weapons, and no contact with the victim.
Ms. Capone.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'd also be asking for PR release and objecting to the no contact order on the basis that these are just allegations at this point. Mr. Tucker only has one conviction in his history, and it's nonviolent from many, many years ago. So I'd object to that on the basis that he's entitled to the least restrictive conditions of release. And I don't think imposing a no contact order would constitute that. I would defer to the state and inquiry about whether or not a victim's advocate was able to talk to the individual involved.
Your Honor, a victim advocate has not been able to get a hold of the victim, and that makes the state feels that makes a no contact order even more appropriate given some of the nature of these allegations here. Mostly holding down her mouth that to the point that she's unable to breathe, preventing her from calling 911, and then she had to go to another neighbor's house and get help to call 911.
She's pregnant. I apologize for speaking out of turn.
You should really be quiet there, Mr. Tucker.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Namaste.
You're only hurting yourself at this point.
Yes, sir. Of course. Sorry.
Ms. Capone, you wanted to say something?
Your Honor, if the court is inclined to put a no contact order in place, I'd be asking for a civil standby. It sounds like the potential protected party here has possession of some of his belongings and his cat. So he'd like the opportunity to go get those things.
State has no objection to civil standby. Just noting that the state is concerned, and any violation of this order, the state would be asking for substantial bail.
So, do these folks live together?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Tucker, we have your address listed as a place in Port Townsend. Is that your mailing address?
No, sir. I apologize. Things are very out of date. My short answer is I live in Evergreen. Yes, Bridget and I do live together. We just got married. But I live in Evergreen and can simply go back. I just would wish my cat. That is all. Thank you.
You say you live at Evergreen State College? Is that what you meant?
Yes, sir. I am a student at Evergreen State College. I have no criminal record.
Is Ms. Wallace a student there as well?
She was about to be. That is where we met. She is registering for fall quarter.
All right. Well, the address listed here is on T Street, so I'm assuming that's not at Evergreen?
For Bridget, I believe that is in Tumwater, and that is where she and I live now. I still have my apartment at the Evergreen College.
Okay. Well, here's what's going to happen here today. You're going to be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of your continued release are don't have any criminal law violations, don't possess a firearm or other deadly weapon, I'm signing a no contact order that forbids you from having any contact with Bridget Wallace. Do you understand that?
Yes, may I ask only one question? How do I get my
Yeah.
cat?
Yeah, just hear me out here for a second. No
Yes, sir.
contact means no contact. That means no calling, no texting, no emailing, no telling a third party, hey, go tell Bridget this or that. All
Yes,
those
sir.
things are not required. In this order, there's what's known as a civil standby. You can contact law enforcement and go with them one time to the apartment on T Street to get personal belongings, including, I assume, you say cats? You have more than one cat?
I have just one cat. She is my daughter in a way. And that is all I truly need. I will be getting some small things, only one backpack worth, and then I will be okay to go back to college. Please and thank you.
With regard to the, are we sure that's not Tumwater? You have T Street in Olympia.
It's my.
Wait a minute, Mr. Tucker, I'm not talking to you.
Sorry.
Double check police report, Your Honor. It does say Tumwater and Tumwater Police Department,
So that's that would be T Street in Tumwater, correct?
301 T, yes, southwest,
A3,
correct.
Tumwater. Okay, do you have any other questions there, Mr. Tucker?
Only, may I please have transportation there? There was transportation given to me here. I called myself. I need transportation there with a police officer to get my stuff, and then that is all.
I'm not sure what their policy is on that. You're gonna have to work that out with Tumwater Police Department.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You have a court date? And now I'm gonna tell you when your next court date is, or actually, no, we're gonna set it because it's an arraignment. We're gonna do May 29th at 9 a.m. for arraignment. You need to be back in court. And then
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Capone, did you provide contact information, including a cell phone for text reminders?
Your Honor, I provided a cell phone number, but I was unsure about the dorm address associated with it.
So, Mr. Tucker, I'm going to appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you.
Thank you.
You're going to get contact information for that office when you leave. I'd wait a few days before your next court date, contact that office, find out who your attorney is, and then you can consult with whoever's assigned to represent you about your case.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. That's it for today. You can be taken back.
Can I go home, sir?
You cannot go back to T Street, but you can leave here.
Yes, sir, thank you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.
Ms. Capone, who's seated to your right?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Baker, number 1 on the calendar.